I'm going to do something a little bit different because I don't know the new set yet. But I thought I would just give you my take a look at Lost Lands and give you my thoughts. Um, I will admit, very little of this is from playtesting because I haven't gotten around to very much of that yet. Honestly, you're better off getting information from someone that was in PFG, but I'll see what I can do. And hopefully I'll have a video for you soon, probably next week. Alright, so first thing is Vigilant Wisp. So, one, they added a new ability called Meek. This ally can't attack heroes. In my opinion, Meek is not going to be very much of a factor. Allies are perfectly strong just to sit on the board and control things. They also added an ability called Seek, which puts cards of a certain criteria into your hand. So this seeks homunculus allies. I actually think this is going to be a fairly strong card. It's effectively two resources draw a card, and you have a decent amount of control of what card you draw, so it's pretty solid. Also, stats of 1/5 is really strong. So I'd say there's a lot of potential for this, particularly going second. I'm not 100% sure how to use it yet. Also, human heroes don't tend to have abilities. There's no like Zaldar or Banebow for human, so the extra little ping damage is a bit harder to use. But I definitely think there's potential for the Seek. We'll see, I guess. Entangled Wisp. This I'm not all that crazy about. I mean, it's clearly meant for a homunculus deck. It's effectively their Alden. It's even slightly better than normal Alden because he's a 3/4 all the time. We'll probably see it replace Alden in the standard Mage Rush because, if, you know, the 2/3 is a homunculus, but it's not that interesting to me. You'll see some play, but it's basically homunculus allies. I'm not the biggest fan of tribes in general, and it will replace Alden where it makes sense to replace Alden. Other than that, I don't think it will see all that much play. An Axial Squire. I find it interesting. Maybe we'll see play in a Templar deck. My thought specifically would be something like Templar Ethan would most be able to use that sort of buff. I can't think of nothing really screams out to say Templar Ethan in general right now, though. So we'll see. But buffing allies do have potential. I don't think we'll see much play, to be honest, though. An Axio Bannerman. This guy is really, really strong. First off, he's got good stats, 2/5. Secondly, he basically doubles as Alden, although he doesn't give you the instant buff. So you can't just drop this and buff your 2-drop to then kill their 2-drop. But it definitely, it's a 2/5 is strong enough to stick, and then it's got give your Templar ally haste, and you're also buffing him at the same time. So definitely a very strong card. This Guard Templar is 100% going to be an archetype. There's lands that support this. It's also our locations. Sorry. So definitely, it's going to be a very strong card, and it's going to see a lot of play. Sabine. She almost looks like she's going to be borderline OP. I'm not sure of that yet, but just the amount of board swing she can give you, it's really good. First off, just I mean, it's mostly, I guess, you have to have an empty board turn 4, and then she can haste in for 5, but I think she will give a lot of board swing. Turn 3, it's not likely to have haste, because, yeah, I mean, either she's the only ally you control, in which case the 2 haste damage probably won't kill anything, or she's not the only ally she can control, and then she just can't haste in, but definitely turn 4, she gives you a lot of potential. Well, just really regate the board. I think she's going to be very good. Also notice one more thing. Its target card in your hand is discarded. Most of the Templars are target ability, as you can see there. But this is target card, so that does give you even more options. Then there's General Axio, 2/7, so that's fairly good stats, I think, because as my guess is this is the type of ally you're just going to want to have in play for a while, particularly because of second ability. When an ability is discarded from your hand, it is moved to your graveyard to the bottom of your deck. It works really well with Seek, or works really well with Chalice. Either way, that's definitely a lot of potential. Additionally, he does seek an attachment, so he replaces himself in a sense. Though, so I think he'll see a fair amount of play too. Twilight Shepherdess, I don't see really big use for yet. Maybe people do, but yeah, I don't see it yet. My guess, first of all, I didn't test her ability. If you can use it on Twilight allies in the first place, that makes it way better. And I imagine you can, and that's what it's meant for. But if you can't, I really don't see this seeing much play. If you can, then it's a nice tempo boost on allies that you're going to multiple times kill anyway. Because it's killed at end of turn. So many effects of Twilight have it killed at end of turn. You just stack them all on the same ally. It only can die once. So, Twilight Luminary. This will be very strong again. Because 1/5, so it has the stats to be likely to stick, and then it really just buffs your deck. As I said on the forum, I think this is actually going to be more for a control type Twilight deck than Rush. It's kind of interesting because a lot of the Twilight allies in general just don't seem to be control oriented. So we'll see how that works, but it really does look like it's meant more for late game. Twilight Orphic. It's kind of interesting. I'm not that big a fan. It kind of has a ping effect when on death, I guess, which makes it interesting, but I don't really see it. Though it is cool in that again, you kill it with one of your abilities to buff another one of your allies or something. Same turn you play it, it gives a nice board swing on its own, buffing your allies and hurting their allies, but I don't think it's going to be that key. I am well prepared to be surprised on this one, though. Avatar Twilight, I don't see the particular combos right now. Definitely, you want things that have their own abilities. So, I mean, works really well with Luminary, but I expect this to be very big. Putting 3 allies into play. First of all, even just as 1/1s that did nothing. You can then buff them, do whatever you want. That's already a potential board swing, because just the way all your cards work, they need multiple Twilight allies to trigger, but once they're there, they all buff each other, even if they're just vanilla 1/1s. Then, as I said, it's going to work best with allies that just have a passive. Then even as a 1/1, they have huge impact. So, yeah, they keep their abilities. That's what I thought. And then there's Callista. It's gonna take till turn 7 really come online, but so I'm not sure how much will work in a rush deck. Like the old rush decks, A, don't reach this high resources, and B, still have cards around turn 7, but I think definitely, again, we're looking for late game control Twilight, and then it's going to be very strong.